And welcome to the program. I'm Lana Kay. Well, if you have ever considered online dating but are unsure just exactly where to start, you're in luck because today we will give you tips on how to be safe yet effective as you encounter online dating. Let's welcome our guest, Gary Crouch. Gary, it's so good to have you with us today.
Nice to be here.
Gary led a class at the Kenton County Library. I attended. I was impressed. I thought he had lots of good tips on how to begin this endeavor. So, Gary, before we discuss our tips, I want you to tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell our viewers a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm presently a teacher, but also on the side, I'm a writer and a public speaker. I talk about and write about what interests me and what I'm knowledgeable of, and one of the subjects is online dating.
And he does a very good job. And Gary knows this firsthand because he online dates.
Yes.
So, this could even be another format for you, Gary. Gary, start us off with what do you consider, what's our most important step as we step out there into this world if we don't know anything about it? What do you want us to think about first?
Well, the most important thing is choosing the proper online site and writing the profile. It's best to go with the free sites first, such as Plenty of Fish and OkCupid. If you don't like the results there, you can pay, but why do that until you try what's free first?
Sure, that makes total sense. Is there one or the other of those that you like better? Are they both about the same, comparable?
I prefer Plenty of Fish over OkCupid. Plenty of Fish is more popular. It's a known site. Both of them are actually owned by the same company that does Match.com. But I recommend Plenty of Fish for ease of use.
Okay, great. Now you want us to kind of be a little bit evasive. You'd say, Gary has sent me a list or I wouldn't know how to begin with this. But Gary, you want us to use a nickname kind of first of all. We don't want to put out a lot of real information, personal information. So tell us how to begin there with a nickname. And
you choose a nickname that kind of identifies you, maybe has something in it of what you're interested in. You should avoid using your actual name and your handle or nickname. Avoid using birth date, zip code. Just use something that easy to remember. Maybe something that interests you would be in it.
Okay, that's good. And you want us to be positive. It was one of your steps. Don't start out by what you don't want, as in give us an example, because I guess people do this because you look at these online profiles, and so tell us what some of the things they might say.
Well, so many profiles I see, the woman comes across as if she's had a rough time. She says she doesn't want a drug abuser, couch potato. Say what you do want.
A lying alcoholic.
Yeah,
you told us at the other course.
Yeah, no one wants anyone like that. It's just common sense. You don't want to have a short profile, but you don't want to have a long profile either. Just say who you're looking for and say who you are.
So you say check for correct spelling and punctuation. And to me, that would be very important because that's sort of a reflection here on what we're getting. You know what I mean? Is this person literate? So it's very important.
Yeah, it shows something about the education level and also how serious they are about what they're doing. If someone takes the time to construct a good profile, and perhaps maybe type it on Word and use spell checker, or have someone proofread it for you. It doesn't give a good impression when you have no paragraphs, misspellings. Everything's all run together like you just dictated it on the phone at a traffic light.
Right. That's just common sense. So you want us to be creative, show we can be funny, maybe write a poem, you say, give a little bit of personal, be creative, not just blah, 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 blah. They see that all the time. Just stand out a little bit.
Yeah, the impressive profiles are the ones where you don't say you're funny, but you show you have a sense of humor. Maybe quote some song lyrics, put some lines in French, have a top 10 list, or what I did was have a Jeff Foxworthy, you may not be my type if, you may not be my type if. Something creative, it grabs attention.
That is good. That is very good. Now you want us to stay current with it. If there are changes, you want us to, switch it up. Keep checking it, and if there's changes in your life, update.
Yeah, stay up with it. In the summertime, you don't want to talk about possibly going ice skating. You want to talk about going to a ball game.
Hiking.
Yes, and when you first put your profile on there, it doesn't have to stay like that. You can change it and add to it, make it a little bit longer. It's a living document.
Very good. That's very good. And you want us to show several interests, not just maybe one thing, but several. I like to dance. I like to hike. I'm just kind of off the top of my head here.
Yes,
Tell us, Gary.
Put down several interests. I mean, at least 6. I'm sure just about everybody has 6 things they're interested in. You can maybe put something in there that someone may have to Google or ask you what it is to start a conversation.
Good idea.
If you're a guy, you may get extra points if you say you enjoy dancing.
Yes. So many guys will not dance. Ask an inviting question, such as, we just said, do you like to dance? Would you like to join me at a hockey game? I mean, those are good things.
Yeah, be a little flirty. Say, I enjoy a hockey game. Would you like to join me?
Yeah.
Or would you like me to tell you about my recent vacation to Mexico?
Yeah.
Bring up something that you can
build on, kind of get more out there.
An icebreaker.
An icebreaker, great. Now this, Gary, I think is one of the most important things, and this is our photo. You don't want to deceive them. You gave us such good information at the class about, you don't want to put in those shots of kids in the background, dirty rooms. I mean, you talk about it, Gary, because this is so important. I mean, this is you.
Yeah, I think a photo is like 60% of the profile. Many people would just eliminate somebody or choose somebody based on the photo. A lot of women say, it doesn't matter what I write because you don't read it anyway. That may be true. You may be able to grab somebody just with your photo. So it's very important. Use recent photos. Make sure you look your best. Perhaps have someone take it for you. It's not good to use the typical selfie in the car, in a bathroom, in a restroom, especially if it's not clean. Pay attention to the background. If it's in your bedroom or kitchen, make sure your bedroom or kitchen looks nice.
Yes. You showed us some pictures that were unbelievable. It makes you wonder, what do you think is going to happen here? When you showed us, these would be bad publicity photos, if you're trying to draw somebody in. I mean, most of all, you always say, Gary, just use common sense.
Yes, focus on yourself. Show maybe a headshot, upper body shot, full body shot. In action shots of you doing an interest or hobby, your travels. You don't need to show children, don't need to show your pets, your firearms, a fish you caught, tattoos, piercing, or your vehicles. Focus on yourself.
True. And he showed us so many online that he had taken offline to show us, I mean, would this attract you? And all of us said no. So you want us to use good judgment. Now, you want us to send a friendly message. Now we're going to talk about communication tips. We talked about the photo, and I'm with you. I think it's the most important thing because, you know, especially for men, men are such visual animals. Not real animals, but you know, they are so visual that that is going to be a big draw. So concentrate on that picture. And you also say, don't put glamour shots. If you've gained weight, don't show one of 10 years ago when you may have been 25 pounds lighter. Be real. Because, Gary, you say that there's ghosting goes on with this. I mean, if it's not real and they're disappointed, they may disappear. On the date. Tell us about that.
Yes, you want recent photos, none of the glamour shot types, because if you meet, they'll see what you look like anyway.
Right. So you're not getting anywhere really with those if you attract them. Okay, Gary. Now sometimes, and I've just read about this. It really wasn't in your class. Sometimes if you can't make an arrangement with them. Are there some people that just want a pen pal? What do most people want that go online, Gary? What are they really most people looking for?
I think most people really want to meet somebody, date somebody, have someone to share things with, or maybe even start a lasting relation. There are some who just constantly text. And I read a lot about women who don't like that because they say what they're looking for. They're not looking for pen pals.
Right. They want to find someone.
Yeah, it's a dating site. That means, you know, date means you meet.
Date. Right, right. Okay, now, Gary, so tell us we want a friendly message and we report any kind of lewd or crude or any behavior that's not appropriate. So then, do these sites have places where you can report bad behavior?
Yes, they do. If someone is lewd, crude, they ask for money, or even after you meet them, they turn out to be undesirables. You want to write down who they are so you can report them and then block them so they can have no further contact with you.
Right.
But normally you just want to reach out and maybe get a open question. Don't just say hi, hey there, hey babe. Say a few lines.
This is the generic.
Yeah, to show that you're interested, to show that you mean what you're doing.
Yeah.
Just very little effort when someone just says, hey there, how are you?
Right.
Show that you've read the profile.
Yeah. Yeah, get something going here. Now, you don't want us to specifically say where we work or live, and you want us to just use generalizations. I live in Cincinnati. I'm a nurse. I'm a professional, but don't get specific.
Yeah.
Yet.
Right, yeah.
Yet.
Wait until you're comfortable. Common sense and good judgment is important here. Don't say anything that you're not comfortable saying to a good friend. Bank account information, social security number, where you bank, where you live, where you work at. Nothing personal. Just be somewhat vague, overall city, Cincinnati. I'm a nurse. I'm in retail. As you get comfortable, you can share more. That's
right.
what the meetings and conversation is for. That's to share down the road. We're just looking
but not right now.
No,
right,
this is
not off the bat.
First contact.
Sure. Now, tell us where to meet. Where can we plan a meeting? Okay, we've gotten to where, things are looking sort of promising, so let's meet. So give us some spots that you recommend.
Well, first it has to be a place where there are other people, a populated place, coffee shop, yogurt shop, ice cream shop, public park that's populated, a shopping mall, someplace where there are people at is a good spot to meet and travel. Do your own transportation. Don't let them pick you up because they don't know where you live.
Exactly.
So you take your own transportation until you're comfortable. Make sure you have a fully charged cell phone and tell someone where you're going, what time you expect to leave and what time you expect to be home. And treat it like you're going on a camping trip. Play it safe.
That is great information. So you want us to have a short visit too at the beginning. You say that's very important because why plan for some big long, a couple of hour thing when you say it's either a no or a go?
Yes, if you start off with a date of a couple hours duration, it could be the longest 2 hours of your life.
Exactly.
You want to get in there and find out if you want to see more of this individual, or if you don't think it's going to work out, say so then, or maybe say so next day when you get back on the dating site. Say, sorry, I just don't think we're a match. But just give it a try for a short period.
Don't take it personal. How do we not take that personal? To help us with, don't get your feelings hurt. Look at it as, I have now become what suits me more than what suits a guy. You know what I mean? Now I have to, as I've grown older, I don't care about him. If you're not going to fit, it's not personal. It's just I realize we're too different or we're not alike enough or whatever's going on. Don't you think?
Yes, it's just like dating before when you dated someone in your neighborhood, at work or at school. It's just on a different platform. You'll be rejected.
Yeah.
It's just that you have the opportunity to meet and talk with many people. There've been many opportunities. So with so many opportunities, there'll be so much more rejection.
So good, Gary. Doesn't he have just great information? Now, Gary, we hear on the national shows about the catfish, and the ladies start sending money and they get so involved. So my thing is with the catfish thing, have a full life when you go into this. There are so many, especially you address seniors at your class, Gary. There's so many opportunities to volunteer. The hospitals need help. Children need someone to help tutor them to read, exercise, stay with your buddies, friendships, hobbies. Because, Gary, don't make this trying to find someone and then get so invested in it. Many times it's not even really them, and yet you're sending huge amounts of money. And, it's a terrible thing.
Yeah, I hear a lot about scamming. It might be something that's aimed more at women than men. I hear about requests for money, but I haven't experienced many like that. The main problem I had is ghosting, where people just kind of stop talking or saying that they changed their mind. But it really gets serious when they start asking for money, gift cards. Those are things you block and report. That's not what this is for. This is to meet people, to have dates and relationships with. Before you do anything like that, you have to have a good relationship with anybody.
That's right. Isn't that true? Gary, we're starting to run out of time. Is there any other thing you want us to know before we go today? Is there anything else you can think of that you'd like to say to our viewers?
Yes. Watch out for the other sites, such as Match.com, eHarmony, just about all of them, except for POF and OkCupid. They will come out with the national ads saying you can start now for free, sign up for free, search for singles for free. However, that's about all you can do, because once you get in there, you can't contact anybody without paying for the membership.
Pony it up.
Or paying for what they say a deluxe membership. You can do virtually nothing on the other sites. And when they come out like that, to me, that's a scam. They're lying to you. So if they start out like that, you just wonder, what's your relationship? How will it work down the road? So start with the free sites and go with that first.
That is, Gary, you have just given us invaluable information today. I want to, on Gary's email to me, there were two great quotes, and I'm going to leave you with them. Once you stop learning, you start dying. And that's Albert Einstein, and I know this is from Gary. And we don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing. Oh, Gary, those two really hit me as just great to go forward with. So, Gary, you've been a great guest. You have given us just great information today. You're so easy to talk to and down to earth, and
Thank you.
so many good ideas. So Gary's information will follow. We'll leave you with his email if you'd like to contact him, you have any questions about today's show. And if you decide to use the online dating, remember to use your common sense, your good judgment, keep yourself safe, and as always, you be happy and keep smiling, and I'll see you soon.